this morning when I was tapping into the collective energy, what I was sort of hearing and receiving was that, the programming, the engineering, the social engineering that's been collectively going on for many lifetimes has very much convinced us, most of us, if not all of us, that giving our power away to these institutions, to these authorities, that's what was going to keep us safe. And perhaps for a certain subsect of the population, that's been true, right? Like, we understand that there are subsects of the population and certain individuals, certain groups get more privileges than others because of various reasons that we don't need to go into here. But ultimately, most of us have internalized the programming that if we play by their rules, that we're going to be okay. And that agreement isn't even something that we've consciously entered into, right? Like, we were born into this reality and we were told that this is what we needed to do. And we are learning and have been learning that we have given away so much more than we thought we were doing, just to feel secure. And now we are learning that that security, that sense of safety, that sense of stability was never actually real. And even those of us that have attempted to fit into the narrow definition of what it means to be compliant or agreeable have been harmed by the fact that the agreement on the other end has never really actually been kept, right? The bar has constantly been moved, right? It's a carrot stick kind of situation. And some of us have been kind of hip to this reality for a while, but a lot of folks are just like waking up to this. And I was about to start shuffling the deck and split it, and we have death, right? Very appropriate. This is the end of a freaking era. This is an end of a timeline. I've been saying that. And, eclipse season brings fated events. That's why I've been talking about it so much, that what's going to happen is going to happen. We need to let truths be revealed. We need to let the veils fall. We need to let the masks fall. And we need to realize that we cannot continue to do what we've always done. If we do that, things are just we're going to lose more and more of our power. The other side of the deck, Two of Coins. It's like, what are we going to do with the time, energy, and resources that we do have now as a collective, right? It's a really intense period. And we're something like sort of a theme that's been coming to me personally for a while, for the last several months, is the fact that discomfort is a type of medicine. None of us enjoys it, but when we feel a certain level of discomfort, that's when we have the opportunity to identify where that feeling's coming from and to figure out what's not working. And oftentimes, we individually and collectively have been in this place of just like believing that if we just keep going and we keep doing the things that we've been doing, that things are going to just somehow get better. And I believe that illusion has been completely broken. Now, granted, there's still going to be some people, I think, that as a maladaptive coping mechanism, maybe they want to believe that you know, they still want to believe that things are just going to turn around without any sort of shift in focus, in energy, in action. But I just know that this eclipse season, it's already intense, and we haven't even had the eclipses yet. And it's really time for us to take responsibility for ourselves and for each other, right? Seven of Coins. What are we investing in? What are we building? What are we growing? What are we cultivating? Now is the time to be cultivating the soil, to be planting the seeds, and to be investing in a sustainable future for ourselves and for our communities and for the collective. And that's going to take work, and it's also not going to happen overnight. And I think that that's why I'm feeling the imperative that, like, whatever you can do, do that, and do it now. Five of Cups. We can sit here and look at the spilled cups, right? We can cry, we can have feelings about it. I'm all about that. But it's about, are we going to be stuck? Are we going to stay stuck in the disappointment? Are we going to stay stuck in the anxiety? Are we going to stay stuck in, oh, well, if things had just been a different way? But they weren't a different way. This is the way things are. And again, we can sit here and wish that they were different, or we can work with what we still have. These things have not worked out for a reason. What can we do with what we have, right? How can we move forward? We can only stay standing and staring at the disappointment, at the disillusion, at the anxiety, at the fear, at the disappointment for so long until we need to get up and get going. There is an opportunity to take a new path. And it's going to require a fire within. It's going to require a certain level of faith. It's going to require a level of fortitude and commitment to moving away from what has been. Like, I'm looking at these cards here, and he's got this staff, right? It's like the same Ace of Wands here from the Five of Cups. It's like, it's time to go in the opposite direction. It's time to forge a new path. And we're going to need to have a certain level of belief and faith that that is possible. Knight of Wands, more energy forward. Time for a new journey. Time to start something new. Time to forge ahead, right? Time to get on our horses and go. The Lovers. I've brought this card up before. This is not just about romance. This is about inner unity. This is about aligning with our values. This is about aligning with our community. This is about finding like-minded people. This is about building something, growing something, planting the seeds, right? Watching it grow into something new. We have this opportunity right now. But what I'm definitely feeling, especially with the Seven of Coins and the Five of Cups, is that, like, we have to be willing to do the work on an individual and a collective level, right? We have to be willing to plant these new seeds. We have to be patient with how long it takes for them to grow, knowing that everything we do, every sort of investment we make in building a new future will have a positive outcome, even if we can't see it right now. And then we have to, like, yes, acknowledge the disappointment, acknowledge the fear, acknowledge what's not working, but we can't stay stuck here. We have somewhere to go. We have a new journey to take. We have to find our people. It's time. It's time. The only thing constant in life is change, and things are changing, and they're changing right now.